Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be making a card using a mask that I created using these Spellbinder circles. So I die cut one of the circles out of a piece of scrap cardstock. Now I'm adhering down a piece of white cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5¼ inches. And then I'm just going to take a small piece of washi tape and adhere my mask over the top of it. I just used a small bit of washi tape because I'm going to be moving it around quite a bit, so I don't want to adhere it down too well. I want it to be able to pick it up really easily. The first distress ink color that I'm using is the Fired Brick. This doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to be applying different colors on top of it, and that'll help it blend a little bit better, but I do want to apply quite a bit of ink because I want it to be a darker red color instead of just a really faded light red. So I'm just using my foam blending tool to apply this, and then I'll move on to my next color when I'm ready. So I took my mask and I moved it slightly. You can see that it's overlapping the Fired Brick circle a little bit. And I'm applying my second color, which is the Spiced Marmalade. And again, I'm using my blending tool to apply as much ink as I want. I want this to be a pretty dark background because I want the colors to be vibrant and bright. So the more ink you add with distress inks, the brighter the color is going to be. The third color that I'm using is the Fossilized Amber. So again, I took my mask and moved it slightly, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply the Fossilized Amber. And you can see this one slightly overlaps both the red and the orange. And you can do this as much or as little as you would want. Just move the mask wherever you would like on your card. Originally, I was just going to do these 3 circles, but then I thought I'm just going to distress ink the entire background because that makes it more fun. So then I moved my mask many more times and just made some more circles on that background. And I used the 3 colors that I used previously. So the next thing I'm doing is taking the medium dot stencil from Simon Says Stamp and placing that over the top of my background, and then I'm just going to take some white embossing paste and apply this to the right hand side. And I'm just doing kind of a small area, not really any shape, but I just want a little bit of that white in the background to go behind this dinosaur that I'm going to be stamping from Fawn. So I'm inking this up with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and I am stamping this on a piece of Coordination's 110-pound cardstock. Now all of the supplies I'm using will be linked below if you're interested. So I took my heat tool and dried that, and then I'm going to color in with my Copics. So I'm starting with the BG13, which is a really bright turquoise color. And I chose this color because I wanted to have a different from the background. The background is really warm colors, so I wanted the dinosaur to be a cool blue color just so that it really stands out against the background. So I'm using this BG13 as my base color, and then I'm going to add a little bit of shading with the BG15. And then I'm also going to add even more shading with the BG18. This is one of my favorite color combinations, especially for bright Copic coloring. So then I just took my BG13 and blended those together a little bit better. So next I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I went over that black piece of cardstock with my powder tool, and then I'm inking that up with my Versamark ink. And I'll go ahead and stamp that right on that strip of black cardstock that I cut. And then I'm going to be heat embossing this with the Hero Arts white embossing powder. This is my favorite white embossing powder. So I'll just sprinkle that over my scrap piece of cardstock so that I can funnel it right back into the jar, and then I heated that with my heat tool. So I'm applying my background onto a white A2 size card base. That embossing paste is completely dry, and the cool thing about adding embossing paste to distress ink background is that the embossing paste takes on that color, so it's not quite as bright white as it was originally. So I adhered down my sentiment, and then I'm going to pop up this dinosaur with some 3D foam squares. These are from Best Creation, and I'm using a combination of both the large and the small ones. These are really affordable foam squares. It's less than $2 for that entire sheet, and they're a really good quality foam square. So I'm just going to go ahead and place that right over the top of my Distress ink and the embossing paste background. And then I'm taking these electric sequins from Mint Owl Studio. These are really bright and sparkly sequins, and I'm just adding these randomly around. Since it's kind of a birthday card for a child, it's more fun to add a little bit of sparkle onto the card as well. So I'm just going to adhere these down with my multi-matte medium. I just squirt a little bit onto my card and then place the sequin and just press it down, and then it secures it really well. This is a really strong adhesive that holds sequins and embellishments really well on your card. Alright, and then that is my finished card for today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this and will try making your own mask out of a die and then using some Distress inks on top of it. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you back here next time. Bye everyone!